Hi, this is Diana. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to get free photos from the internet. So I'm going to first start by talking about Flickr. If you haven't already used Flickr, Flickr is a crowdsourcing for photos. It has both photos you can purchase and it has photos people have uploaded on their own, and it has free photos that you can use. So let's look at how to find a photo that you can use. I'm going to start by typing in something. I think I'm going to go ahead and put chimpanzee. Look for chimpanzee. And see if you can find any pictures of chimpanzees. This is great. So here's a whole bunch of great pictures of chimps. I really like this guy here. But before I do that, I want to look to see if there are any of these photos are available for, free use. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to look at any license. Okay, my computer will let me open up any license. There we go. And I'm going to put in all Creative Commons. And that will give me photos that someone has said, these are the rules about how it can be used. Okay, so let's see this picture of this guy. It looks like he's got a blanket. So let's take a look at this chimpanzee. And my computer's taking a little bit of time to get there. Sorry about that. I've had some computer issues recently. How ironic. Alright, so here is that picture. It looks pretty cute. I'm going to see if this is what I want to use. So I'm going to look over here. This area says some rights reserved. So I'm going to click on some rights reserved to see what rights are reserved. Okay, so this one says CC by 2.0. And for this one, I'm going to take that off. For this one, it says that you can share or adapt this. All you have to do is give appropriate credit. This is really the best attribution to use for what we're working on. You just need to make sure that you give credit. We'll talk about that in a minute. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to take a look at this guy. Sorry, my download button is over here on the right. It's not in the video field, but it's there. I'm going to choose a medium size because I don't want it to be super huge because I might be using it in a blog and I don't want to, or in a web page or something, and I don't want to overwhelm myself. But you can get the full original size if you want. So you can go ahead and download this. I'm going to open it. My computer's going to security scan it. Not sure if that actually does anything. And alright, so here's the picture. I'm going to save it. You're not looking pretty cute. I'm going to save it. I save it in a file and just call it chimp. Excellent. So now I'm going to have this picture in my photos that I can use later. But the big question is, now that I've got it, how do I attribute this free photo? So I've got a page here that shows you how Creative Commons suggests that photos be attributed. Their ideal attribution has the title, the name of the artist, and the license that you're going to use. And they suggest that you do it with links so that people can link back to the original file. That gives the maximum credit to the author. So let's go ahead and see what it would take to create one of those. I'm going to go ahead and insert a text box here that will put something in. I'm going to go back to Flickr and I'm going to look to see if there's a title. So the title for this is chimpanzee. So I'm going to go ahead and copy a link to the photo. Now, one interesting thing about Flickr is the links are really, really, really long, but you actually don't need all of that. You really just need to stop after the first set of numbers. The rest of this is just all the different photo albums that this has been held in. So I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to get the whole. And take away everything except the first stream of numbers. I'm going to copy this, and this will be a link to that photo. Let's copy it. And then I'm going to come back to this text box that we started, and I'm going to insert in the text box a link. I'm going to go to link. I'm going to put in the address that we just copied, and then in the text to display, I'm going to write in the title, chimpanzee. Okay. Then I'm going to work on putting in the name of the artist. Now, Creative Commons suggests you have a link to the artist's website. Not all artists have a website. It's not really necessary. You put in the link to the photo, which will take you back to the artist anyway. So I'm just going to look, and this is Aaron Logan. So he does have a photo stream, so you could put in a link. I'm just going to put in his name. So we're going to type in back in our text box, Aaron Logan, and then you can put in the date. I think APA usually likes a date, so you can look. Sometimes there's a date, so this one says date taken 2006. So we'll go back and put in 2006. And then is licensed under. And then we're going to go back here to the license. And we're going to click on the link to the license as well. I'm going to copy that link. And then go back to the text box and insert another link. Insert the link. Put in the address. And then I'm going to put in CC by 2.0, which was the license that we had, and put that there. And I think they like it capitalized. So do that right. And there you go. You have the attribution for this picture. Now, sometimes if you have a really interesting, complicated thing, a video or a blog or a Powtoon or something, you might not have room for all of this. So what you can do is put in this one down here, which is a little shorter, which just says photo by, and it has the link to the photo and has that. And then later on in the document, you can make a whole list of all your detailed photo credits the way we have here. So that is how I would suggest you do Flickr.